Unfortunate childhood and domestic violence in my marriage left me with nowhere to call home. Surviving with my child in a rented apartment. This journey is filled with both tears and hope. On the long path of life, I suffered from my family's misfortune and was hit twice by family troubles and domestic abuse. What I once thought was a safe haven became the source of pain. Today, I want to share my story with you, revealing the hidden wounds and how I searched for light in the darkness. I took my child back to our rented apartment. Before going home, I made a special trip to see my mom in the fields. From far away, I saw her working barefoot in the field. At that moment, my heart tightened. Sadness filled my eyes instantly. She spent her life working the land, taking care of the family for half her life. Never really took care of herself. But Mom just hurriedly reminded me of a few things. Then I left with my child, her bent-over figure still working behind us. Ahead was the road to our rental place. Finally back to the real home for me and my daughter. Even though it's rented, at least it's stable. In this apartment, it's just me and my daughter. No other family around. But here I can really take care of my child. Give her a peaceful space. Honestly, everyone wants to stay at their parents' home. Living at home saves rent and costs. But my family's situation makes it impossible. My parents' house got worn out because of my brother. It's been exhausting for a long time. He has schizophrenia. When he's sick, he's loud and disruptive. Always scares the child. I really don't want my child to see those scenes. Don't want her to have bad memories. My brother's illness has been a huge burden for the whole family. Watching him suffer hurts us more than anyone. To get him treatment, the family is always running around. Took him to many hospitals. Tried all kinds of treatments. Even tried some strange therapies. But nothing worked out well. Right now, there's no cure for this disease. We can only rely on medicine. We just have to accept it. But even so, we never gave up. As long as there's hope, we'll keep fighting, hoping he'll get better, that the family can be peaceful again. You might be curious. My brother was fine. How did he get sick? It happened back in 2017. The first time he went out for work, he went with friends. Later, he told us, those friends basically took advantage of him for money. Even tricked him into partying. In the end, he came back without earning much. Stayed home for a while, then went out to work alone again. But after that, we totally lost contact with him. We had no choice, so we called the police. After reporting, my dad, who can't read, went to Zhejiang with a relative. Huge Zhejiang province. They knew nothing, totally lost. Had to just ask around everywhere. Searched like that for 7 or 8 days. Finally got a clue about my brother. You know what? When they found him, all his clothes, money, and phone were gone. His clothes were torn and worn out. He looked totally lifeless. I kept thinking, how much pain did a normal person face to end up like this? It's been 9 years since that happened. We never dared to mention that experience to him. If he asks about it, it could trigger another episode. So it's a family taboo. No one talks about it. Because of this, my daughter and I just can't live at my parents'. They have farm work to handle and must watch my sick brother all the time. No energy left for us. I can only rent a place with my daughter. Even though it means extra costs, the stress is way higher, but at least we have our own space. In this apartment, I try hard to make a warm home for my daughter.
Even if life is tough and tiring.
As long as she can grow up safe, it feels worth it to me. In this rented apartment, it's not a traditional home, but our life as mother and daughter is still full of happiness. From the moment I decided to raise her alone, I knew this path was tough, but I've never regretted it. Because being a single mom isn't a sign of weakness. It's a badge of strength. Me and my child rely on each other. We have happiness, and tons of hard times too. Raising her alone, only I know all the ups and downs. Like when eating, the kid will suddenly start crying. Right at that moment, the steam from the food fades away in the noise. I can't even eat a bite of rice. I can only put down my bowl and comfort her, pick her up, play with her. I'll do anything for my child's healthy growth. I'm willing to take all this. I don't want to miss a single moment as she grows, and sure don't want her to be a left-behind kid, growing up lonely. I know this road is full of obstacles, but as a mom, I can't turn back. No need to turn back either. I'll give all my strength to hold up a warm sky for her. It's nighttime now. Me and my daughter ate really late. Stomachs were super hungry, so I thought I'd finish my meal first, then take her out for some fresh air. But since she kept crying, I had to put down my food, take her outside for a breather. Watching her calm down slowly in the night, my feelings were all over the place. Even though I was starving, the child's needs always come first. Scenes like this happen every day. Sometimes it gets exhausting, but as long as she's doing well, everything feels worth it. I'm busy like a spinning top every day, not just caring for her daily life, but also worrying about money. Editing videos, writing scripts, shooting all the time. All this work builds up. Others might have already quit, but I know I can't if I ever give up halfway. Her whole life could be ruined. She's so little and relies on me completely. I'm her whole world. I tell myself to keep going no matter what, no matter how tough. Every time I see her sweet smile, hear her softly call me mom, I feel recharged. I push through so she can have a better future. Even tired into the night, looking at her sleeping smile, it all feels worth it. I'll work hard to give her a good life. Let her grow up with love and warmth, so she be strong and kind. People ask me, if my childhood home was so unfortunate, why not stay with my husband's family? But they don't know. If I hadn't been desperate, who would want to wander around with their kids? No one's life is written out from the start. When I got married, I dreamed of peaceful days and nights. I thought my in-laws' home would be my safe haven. But I never expected what I'd face was abuse from my mother-in-law and husband, and my sister-in-law stirring things up. Back then, there was no warmth in the house, only endless fights and fear. I just couldn't let my child grow up in that environment. So I gritted my teeth and took her away. You all often see this big fridge in my videos. Maybe you think I bought it for my rental, but that's not true. When I left my in-laws' home with nothing, I only took things I bought with my own money. Didn't take anything else. This fridge was bought in 2021, right after I got married. My mother-in-law said the fridge at home was too small. I had some savings, so I bought this one. Later, when I moved into the rental, I brought it with me. Sometimes when things get tough, I've thought about selling it. But if you really think about it, selling it cheap, I'd have to buy a small one, and that wouldn't be worth it. So it's better to keep using this big fridge. It's become a part of my life. Maybe it'll stick with me for even more years to come. When I first married into their family, I worked hard for that home. Used all my savings for them. They were in debt before. Whenever they needed money, I paid out of my own pocket. But when it came time for divorce, I had nothing left. My kid and I have been out for 8 months. The other side doesn't care about us at all. But I believe in myself. I can make a living selling veggies at a booth and doing other jobs and provide for my kid with my own hands. So, do you know why I decided to do social media even in tough times? Why I chose this path? Every day I have to handle chores, plus take care of my kid, and also take her with me to earn a living selling outside. No matter how hard or tiring it gets, I want to change our situation. I'm working to give my child a happy life. Even though she's from a divorced family, I'll give her all the love I can. I want to tell people just like me, life may throw tough challenges at us, but as long as we don't give up and keep fighting, we can turn things around. We can build a bright future for ourselves and our kids. I hope my story brings you strength. Let's all keep going as we walk through life.